Alrighty guys, back at the body shop giving you an update on what's going on with the 93 Cobra. So as you can see here behind me, there is another red shell, and do not worry, this is not the Cobra. You can actually see this is a T-top car. And well, there's a reason why I needed to get another shell, and we're about to get into that in a minute, but let's have a peek inside. Look at all that work. Look, the car's fixed.
The color, hell, good to go.
Yeah, just send it. The fit's pretty good?
It does now. Need a little final pull. I just got to dress up the floor and rear body panel a little bit more. And
I guess that looks nice in there now. Kind of really just makes you want to just send it, huh?
It'll be a lot faster. They can use that, then we can continue here. I mean, what I told him, this is probably 85% as far as fitment is concerned without the finished cuts.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't cut the actual splices out yet.
Yeah, which that wouldn't happen if we're not using this, because then there's no reason to cut if they're going to repair that other one.
I got you.
I would say, without trying to talk out of turn, if we use this panel the way that it sits, then we probably move 2 to 3 weeks ahead of where we would be with waiting on the other quarter. Now, the caveat to that is, what is their time frame? And you know what I mean? So maybe we still gain a week if they hit their time frame, or if they have something that comes up and we get pushed a little further back.
Okay. Like with this quarter, whether we go that quarter or this quarter, it can come off the machine, or do you need that quarter for going that way to get it off the machine?
Now that I have this quarter, I can finish the mini tubs. I can finish everything I need to do except for this quarter.
Okay.
Or the other quarter, whatever.
Right.
So yes, as soon as I get the tubbed out, everything's fixed, fitting correctly, which is almost there, then I can put the rear end under it, get it off the rack, and wait for this quarter.
Okay.
So that won't be a problem.
And then what does it look like for me to pull the drivetrain in this? Like, just to sort of blend the schedules together.
We have to have it off of the frame rack, obviously.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm done with this, I'm jumping back on this. Like I say, I got the quarter on there. I like the way it fits, so I'm going to move forward with the rest of the repairs.
Okay.
And then you can decide what you're going to do with this quarter or the other quarter. It'll be back in your field of time frame. I know if we use this quarter, this job's going to go a whole lot quicker.
All right, guys, so there we have it. I got some decisions to make, whether I'm going to go ahead and get the original quarter panel fixed by Martin Brothers, or if we're just going to go ahead with this OEM quarter off the shell. Obviously, the path of least resistance says use the quarter off the shell, but the coolness factor would be getting that original sheet metal fixed. So I'll get with Martin Brothers here next, and let's see if we can make some decisions, because we've got some timelines to fulfill. So we're on our way to the body shop. A couple days, well, working days have gone by. We just finished the Labor Day long weekend, and I had a really important decision to make. I needed to decide whether I was going to go through with getting Martin Brothers to attempt to repair the original quarter that came off the Cobra, versus just using what we have available at the body shop, already mocked up on the car, pretty much ready to go. And I was doing tons of number crunching, guys. I was like, okay, you know, how cool is it to have Martin Brothers rework that rear quarter panel? You know, badass, awesome, but how much is it going to cost me? And plus getting the shell over to them so that they can be fitting, and how much time is it going to take for them to do it, because I know that they're slammed, and versus the fact that that other quarter panel, you know, that came off this donor car is already on there. Path of least resistance trumps sometimes. And folks, if you have a body shop that is willing to get started on immediately, or carry on with work that they're already doing and ready to go, you do not want to lose that momentum and take them off that job. And that's for a number of reasons. Number one, body shop jail. Number two, you could get bumped in line. You don't want parts to start getting scattered. You don't want to lose the priority positioning that you have to get your shit done. So I gave myself over the course of the long weekend to decide which way I wanted to go. And I sent them the message yesterday and said, let's just use what we got. So with that said, we are now Wednesday, or the day after. I tell them just work with what we've got. And Stacy is working on the car as we speak. So just goes to show what I was talking about in terms of not wanting to lose your place in line. So just about to pull up now. Let's see what Stacy's got going on and get some progress on this 93 Cobra. Man, it must be on break. There we go. Looks like we're getting ready for the filler neck area to go on. Looks like this is all getting hammered out. The quarter panel's back off, which I assume means he's probably finishing up the last of the pulls here. You can see what that all looks like with the quarter panel off. Got one mini tub installed. All right, looks like we're doing some pulling here to try and get this quarter panel rectified. Most of that tub is out.
315s should be no problem with the way that is there. But it will, I mean, relieving that lip and making sure that, I mean, just every 1/16 of an inch helps.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Well, the nice thing, like I was saying on that quarter, they welded it so far. I mean, if we go to the line, you can take that much off and have half a weld on every one of those.
Yeah.
And trim all that off, obviously, but come in here. I'll run a tape line where there's no more than half the weld gone, so we can just trim that right off.
Yeah. Yeah, and because you'll have the body kit will go to here anyways, right? So it's really anything clearance wise this is usually a sore spot just because of that being so thick right there. And then just the literal straight up and down, and that's more when you're like going into a driveway on that angle, and then the diffs, you know what I mean, throwing the tire up.
10 o'clock to 2 o'clock on the wheelhouse is typically where it rose.
Yeah. Down here, we trimming this too or not?
No, you wouldn't have to worry about, because all that skirt,
so
the body piece right screws into there and there. So yeah, I would say
from here up,
from there,
body line to body line.
Yeah.
Or molding to molding.
Yeah.
Easy breezy.
Oh, guys, the outside light's still on. The sky is getting brighter as every minute goes by, but sacrifices that we do in order to work on Foxbodies, because Saturday morning, not even 7 a.m. and I'm on my way to Stone's Auto so we can rip the motor and I guess the rest of the interior out of the 93 Cobra so they can get going on the bodywork. Those are all the tools that I believe I need to strip that car down. Now, of course, they've got tons of tools there, so if I'm missing anything, they'll be able to provide whatever I need, I'm sure. Alright, so Chad got a little bit of a head start here already. So fenders are off, front bumper covers off. So, oh, there's a breakfast taco waiting for me, which is good. So, project drop this out from the underside and get any other loose items and nonsense off.
Yeah. I gotta live, y'all. I gotta live, y'all. Listen, I gotta live and I gotta do it like that. The haters fussing, but I gotta do what's right. You never know when the day you gotta go, so you gotta lift it up and get love in your soul, y'all. It's kinda common to be down, but don't stay like that. Yeah. You gotta know that there's only one of you. Why? To yourself, true, man. That's why you gotta do it. Keep your head up, rise above the blue. Yeah, I gotta live. I want to. Yeah, I wanna live now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I gotta live. Why? I want to. Yeah, gotta live now. Gotta live now. Gotta live now. Gotta live now. Never back up. I never be afraid. Live one day at a time, 'cause you gotta get it made. And every time that you got the opposition, take the doubt out with precision. Yeah, every day could be a good day, but it depends on your mind. Don't care what the haters say. You gotta go up, so baby show up, you're gonna blow up, so make the go up. Live. I want to. What's going on? I gotta live.
I don't know what I do with my phone, it's somewhere. What's the clock say? 10:50. Say money can't buy happiness, but
But it can buy Mustang parts, and that makes me happy.
well, there we are, folks. Chad had me here. I think I was 5 minutes late, 7:05. He did have a little bit of a head start. I'm feeling much more awake now, but the motor is out right here. Transmission's out, sitting in the back there. And believe it or not, all of the dash and the interior heater box, all of that good stuff is now also out. So got a little bit of slicking going on here. So now the car will go back over for Stacy to finish off the quarter panel. And one interesting thing that we found is notice how there's no fender mounting hole here with the little clip. And what was I doing? I was doing something here and I noticed that this was a little janky. And you guys notice the looks of some body work here? That's right, so this inner apron has actually been changed at one point. Oh, this is what triggered it. I remember. We saw this. We're like, what the hell is going on here? So, interestingly enough, I thought the fender and the bumper cover had VIN stickers that matched, but that's going to be worth a quick visit and see if that's the case, because you can clearly see this side's the factory primer, sealer, and you know, they even transferred the little tag. And notice how all of this is primer and all of that is red on that side. I guess if you look close enough, you can actually see the difference in the paint color. But that's got a little bit more of the orange in it, and this is kind of...
If you look at the top.
Oh yeah, that's night and day. So the car already had a history, which makes me even happier about my decision to go the route that we're going and not keep it stock and original. So the good news is this isn't tweaked here, because usually any type of impact, this gets a little flare. Those frame rails are straight, so we're good. So that's correct. Six, 1, 3. Oh no, 6036, yeah. Man, I'm stumped. Like an asterisk.
Not over here. This one's just clean. Papa Foxtrot 176036.
So like even this weird 3 is like it's the right font.
Yeah.
I wonder if asterisk means drivers and non means passenger. Oh, I gotta look at that fender close again. 6036. How was it getting your hands greasy in a Foxbody today?
Oh,
Has it been a minute?
only thing better than a crawfish dinner, let me tell you.
Well,
No, it's good. It's good.
well, thank you for the help and making this possible to do here, so that way we get kind of everything done. So next step, I guess, pressure wash out the bay and get things all cleaned up and tidy, and this thing's kind of going in for final body prep and paint.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have it in paint on Friday.
Sweet. Well guys, there's the update so far on the 93 Cobra rebuild. I am miffed at whatever happened with the front end area on that passenger side inner apron. The VIN number on the fender, the hood, and the front bumper cover match. So it's like, how was there damage on the inside there? I do not know. But there's really not much we can do. Just carry on. We'll make sure it looks good. There we go. Just get it pressure washed down, sprayed down, and I got to go organize some parts.